Hello, everybody. It's Dark Strider, and if you're just joining me, this is the third part of my Assassin's Creedology, which right now I'm focusing on Assassin's Creed 2, and I'll be going through the rest of the series. There will be videos posted of Assassin's Creed, the original, Assassin's Creed 3, and Assassin's Creed Liberation, but that'll come later. So I started with 2, and where we are in the story is we just escaped Firenze and we met Mario. So we're here at his villa and he wants us to go visit the blacksmith. But before we do that, here is another one of those little glyphs with a code in it.
Power doesn't die. It's passed on.
I remember these puzzles we have to find what looks like the apple of Eden. It's amazing that they're showing various famous people actually holding it or having some connection to it. This one was tricky. Let me see if I can find it. The other cool thing about this game was that these were actual photos that they took and, I guess they altered to make it go along with the game. And again, playing this all doesn't make any sense right now. It will eventually.
You'll not find fairer prices than these, amici. Come again, I suppose please. You only appear to be calm.
With the armor, we get a little more health, which is good.
Noble prices for noble ways.
I traditional remedies and the wisdom of the... May wellness remain your
Odd-looking medicine
companion.
bottles.
The best cure, I always say.
And if you know your history, during this time period, the doctors actually did wear that bird mask thing. They often thought that it would help protect them from all kinds of plagues. Now here's something else we can do. Throughout this entire area, there are several of these little statues. And they should be all around here. The statues that are all around here actually unlock certain secrets where you'll get like these big chests that you could open up for like a huge payout. And that's going to help when you're trying to restore this whole section here, because you're going to need it. That's how you get your income, which is pretty awesome. Little by little, as you repair all of Montignione, you'll see you start getting income every, I believe it's like 20 minutes. Alright, so there's one. They're usually pretty well hidden. Okay, and I believe there are 8. You can just see this entire town is just destroyed. Like Mario said, if he had the time and the money, he'd be actually going and trying to repair this whole town, but he doesn't seem to have time or money. And I guess that's, you know, to be expected with the Templar activity in this game, and you know how like the that one family was against the Auditores, so it gets weird.
He must have you Kakasangue.
Thing was right there. As you're walking around, if you like listen carefully, you could actually hear like the little shining noises or whatever that these things make. You could either do that, or you could like turn on Eagle Vision and like look around, and you'll see like sparkles coming up and stuff, and that's where you know you've got a either a feather or some sort of artifact or something. Treasure chests, those all pop up that way. Let's see where the rest of these things are. You really have to look all around this town, literally, because they're like everywhere. Yeah, I believe there's one right over there. Yep, there it is. So that's 3. Sorry, lady.
Basta! There's no need for unpleasantness, Nico.
It's also so weird doing the Eagle Vision without having an actual eagle. Without relying on Senu. But Senu evolved, I guess, into this vision. Hey, there we go, there's 4. I feel like there was one over here? No. And as you go on, like as you start actually putting money into this entire town, like you'll see it all clean up. It gets lighter. It's actually like really cool. It's not as dingy as it is right now, as you can clearly see that this is just desolate and not cared for. Start opening up the towns and stuff. Taverns, different spaces. The other cool thing was that you could constantly just run around with this on. I know in some entries, like you couldn't run around with the Eagle Vision on. As soon as you started to do something, if you didn't mark whatever you needed to mark, it would automatically just kick out, which was kind of crazy. But I guess it helps with like the difficulty of the game. There really aren't that many games that like are like modern day classics where they're just instant classics. The Assassin's Creed games actually are. I know like later entries they were terrible, but they're still playable. They're still memorable. You just have to give them a chance. So yeah, I believe I have about 5 statues. Well, you come this way and start putting them on. Now what happens is that you come this way and you'll see in this side of the courtyard there's a couple of pedestals. And you're gonna like lay these there. You need 2 statues to interact. Okay, so I've only got 1 that'll fit there. And there should be 2 right back here, and then there's 1 in the corner there. Ah, so those 2 both work. And believe it or not, that actually increases the value of this entire town, which is pretty awesome. Every time you find those statues, it increases the value. Anytime you find the feathers, it increases value. Which is actually like a really cool concept, because as you go through, the only way you can gain any sort of finances in this game, you actually needed to, let's see, I'm missing 3 more. You actually needed to be able to go and build all around this town to improve it, and everything you did actually added money to it. Here, we'll go inside for now, and we'll just start taking a look at certain things.
Don't worry. We're only staying here for a little while.
I don't like it here. I want to go home.
I know. Salute, uncle. I did as you asked.
And quickly too, ben fatto. Now, let's teach you how to fight.
No. As I said, we are leaving.
Ezio, you barely held your own against Vieri. You won't survive a week on the road. If you want to leave, so be it. But at least do so armed with the skills and knowledge necessary to defend yourself. If not for me, for your mother and sister.
Fine.
Ottimo.
And this is going to be a long
You can
sequence.
swing a sword, to be sure, but offense alone will not carry a battle. You must survive long enough to strike. I will teach you how to dodge.
You said my father was more than just a banker.
No use dancing around it, I suppose. Your father was an assassin, Ezio.
I told you before. My father was a paper pusher.
Bene, I've taught you how to avoid your enemy's attacks. Now you'll learn how to turn them to your advantage.
All this talk of assassins and Templars, it reeks of fantasy.
Like something from an old parchment covered in arcane writing, perhaps?
How did you know?
You have your father's blade. I figured you have the codex page as well.
Codex. Let's... Hai paura? Odio questi momenti.
You're making fine progress, Ezio. Today I'm going to teach you how to position yourself in battle. Where you stand and how you move can make all the difference. Don't think I haven't seen you picking apart my library. I trust you believe me now?
Yes, my father was an assassin. But why the need for such secrecy?
Are you familiar with the Templars? One of several knightly orders formed during the Crusades. History teaches they were disbanded nearly 200 years ago in France. Only they weren't. Merely pushed underground, where they continued their nefarious work. done, Nipote. You've really come into your own.
Thank you, Uncle, for all you have given me.
Your family. Such is my duty and my desire.
I'm glad you had me stay.
Good. You've reconsidered leaving.
We sail for Spain in 3 days.
But Nipote, I have given you these skills that you might be better prepared to strike against our enemies.
And if they find me, I will.
You want to leave Ezio? To throw away everything your father fought and died for? To deny your heritage? Fine. Come voi. Arrivederci e buona fortuna.
Uncle, wait! Why is he so upset?
How can he not be? Vieri's been harassing us ever since you first arrived. To be expected, I suppose, given his heritage.
Uncle! Where is everyone?
They ride for San Gimignano to slay that snake, Vieri.
I wish to join them.
You'll find what you need at the stables.
This whole place is barren. Once you start, like, collecting things, you'll see that it's different.
Ezio, look at her. I still can't get her to talk. She spends all day and night in front of those feathers Petruchio used to collect. She can't let them go. I don't know what to do.
Don't worry. She'll come back to us. I know it.
Okay, before I go and join Mario, let's see if I can find those last 3 statuettes. Let's see if I can get out of this building first. Okay, so... over here... should be one on a corner, I believe, somewhere around here. Maybe on this side. Yep, there it is. No, that's a feather, and not what I'm looking for. Don't want to grab that yet.
What's he up to?
This is definitely the annoying part of the older games, was not being able to just instantly jump up a building. Here, let me put this one down and see what I need. Maybe I can figure it out from there. I'm pretty good with remembering what statues went where, so let's see. So now let's see, which one were these two? Mars and Venus. Diana and Apollo. Jupiter and Minerva. Okay, so the two that I'm missing should be Neptune and Pluto, I would think. Okay. Actually, wait a minute. No, I don't think it has it on the base here. Yep, Neptune and Pluto are what I need. Okay. So if I can remember... See, Pluto should have been... around there. And you're gonna see me do that a lot when I start looking for the feathers. With 100-something feathers, it's gonna be like really hard not to use the map.
Please, don't do that again, friend.
Sorry, lady. Yeah, I'm very close to it. I hear it, obviously. Or maybe that's just the inside of this thing because there are treasures in there. There it is. Okay. And let's see, that was Pluto I just found. So Neptune should be, I think, in this little vicinity. I think I freaking passed it. I must have passed it like a million times and not even realize that that's where it was. We'll solve this puzzle real quick, and then we'll head out to help Mario push this game along. Like I said before, I'm not gonna, yeah, it's close. I'm not gonna be searching for treasure chests and feathers and stuff like that. There it is. But like major puzzles and stuff like that I'm gonna be doing, so that way you could see where all that stuff is, and I could just help you out with that. So we'll drop this, we'll get that money, and then we will go help Mario. And if you're enjoying the video, please, by all means, like and subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot. It just, you know, gets me in the direction of what people want to see and stuff like that. And also drop in the comments anything that you want to know or anything you'd like to see. You know, I'm always open to suggestion, and I always enjoy, like, figuring out things to, like, help everybody out. So, you know, I know we have, like, a large community in Assassin's Creed, and, you know, that's some of the games that, like, I specialize in. So I do other videos as well, but right now this is what people want, so I'm gonna give it to them.
Ezio, what are you doing here?
Taking responsibility. Vieri troubles you because of me.
Vieri troubles us because he's a Templar, and we are assassins.
Either way, I wish to help.
Va bene. Then listen close. First, we must find a way inside the city, though it seems Vieri expects us. He has sealed the gates and sent his men to guard them. Fortunately for us, the city is larger than his host. The southern gate suffers for it, so this is where we'll strike. Pronti? All right, Ezio. Here's how it is going to work. My men and I will distract the guards. Once we have engaged them, get yourself over the wall and find a way to open the gate. Take these throwing knives. Use them to dispatch the archers.
I'm ready when you are.
Then let us begin. Al attacco!
Throwing knives are some of the coolest freaking things that they had here. I wonder why they didn't put that in the future Assassin's Creed. Well, some of them they did, but those are actually kind of cool, those knives.
Well done, Ezio. We're in. This way, men.
So now we're
I
continuing
want
now.
you to distract those guards and keep them from raising the alarm. Hopefully it will buy me enough time to find and silence Vieri.
Va bene.
Wait, Nipote. Take a few of my men with you, just to be safe. Come join me once they're dealt with.
What's Vieri up to now?
No one knows, but something has him on edge. How else to explain all the patrols?
I signal again when you should follow.
You're a dead man! Oh, no, you don't!
Now that I'm used to the actual Assassin's Creed 2 controls, this fight didn't seem as bad. Could have been way worse, as it has been. Getting used to the controls backwards is kind of crazy.
Hey, stop it! Die!
And like I've said before, these are some of the most brutal deaths that you ever see in these games. Not just with the with all of the like hidden blade techniques, but like all the weapons that you find in this game.
Ezio, your uncle's under attack and needs help. Go to him.
Fortune smile upon you all.
Especially when they do the close-ups.
Ah, Nipote.
Or you
There
count
you
it.
are. It seems my plan is something of a snack. Vieri's men ambushed, and now we've got our hands full. My brothers and I will deal with these guards. I want you to go on ahead and root out that snake. See that justice is served.
Let's see if we can find the puzzle real quick. It'll even let us climb. Or not climb. It's one of the biggest things that like I'm having a problem with is like remembering how to like climb the buildings or like jump off them. I hit circle and like you don't just like let go, you pretty much stay there. Where are you? see. Let me make sure I'm like even on the right tower or anything. Let's see, it should be in the database. And here's how we find a thing, recent entries. Okay, so that kind of looks like the building I'm on top of. So now it's a matter of actually finding where that thing is. Oh, if I can't find it like immediately, I'll just come back to it later. Because we will come back to this later anyway. Gotta go get down, pal. Get down, all the way down. Why I can't just hold the circle button and just completely let go, I don't know. It's being such a pain.
You win! I'm out of it!
I don't got time to hunt you down, pal.
That could be a hand. Oh, better have a look. Dai, quickly, capito? I have an appointment.
I like how you can just really quick just get them all. And then when you have the two blades, how you can just take two of them out at once. What was he protecting? Probably a codex page. Yep, that'll come in handy. Another thing I don't like is when you're in these buildings how you can't walk quickly. There we go, that fixes me a little bit.
It's settled. Vieri, you will remain here to coordinate the mercenary. Francesco will organize our forces in the city and send word when it's time to strike. Jacopo, your job is to calm the citizens once the deed is done.
What of that ubriacone Mario? He continues to harass my forces, and I fear he'll discover what we intend.
He's always been trouble. Just like that bastardo brother of his.
Then let me reunite them, father.
There will be plenty of time to clean up the refugi when we're finished. Now, is there anything else? Muy bien. May the Father of Understanding guide you.
May the Father of Understanding guide you.
Comandante! Comandante!
What?
Mario Auditore has invaded the city. He comes for you.
Then let's not keep him waiting.
We just need the main guy.
You won't run away this time!
And that guy just leapt to his death, apparently. And this guy's just gonna watch.
Fear not, Ezio. I'll make sure your death comes quick.
A lot of smack talk. Just nasty. Look at this. Oh. Oh. I felt that. It was not pretty. Good night.
What are you and your allies planning? Is this what my father discovered? Is this why he was killed?
I'm sorry. Were you hoping for a confession?
Pezzo di merda! Vorrei solo che avesse sofferto di più! Hai avuto la fine che meritavi! Spero che
Enough, Ezio! Show some respect.
Respect? After all that's happened, do you think he would have shown either of us such kindness?
You are not Fieri. Do not become him. Che la morte ti dia le pace che cercavi. Requiesca in pace. Take this. Read it when you have the time. Our work here is finished. Let us return to the villa.
I don't remember if we're getting pulled out of the Animus or we're actually just instantly going right back to the Palazzo. No, we're back. Now comes some of the fun parts, some of my favorite parts at least, which is rebuilding this town. I don't know why I like it so much, I just enjoy that. Oh, I think we need to train more.
And here he is, our campione Ezio.
Oh, hey, Ezio! I see you've wasted no time starting the celebration.
And why not? You've done us a great service, Nipote. With Vieri dead, La Toscana will grow quiet once more. Do you know what that means?
Basta lavorare.
Si passa tutto il giorno a bere.
E a puttane. What? It's true.
Come, Ezio, walk with me.
Yes, uncle. The Pazzi answer to another. Spaniard.
He is Rodrigo Borgia, one of the most powerful men in all of Europe, and leader of the Templar Order.
Which makes him responsible for the murder of my father and brothers.
Yes, and he will kill you too, given the chance.
Then I must stand against him if I wish to be free. But not until every other Templar has fallen to my blade. Father's list will guide me.
Where will you go next?
Firenze. Francesco de Pazzi will share the fate of his son.
A sensible next step. No doubt he intends evil for the city. All right, that's enough grim talk for one night. I'll be in my study if you need me.
I shall read the letter my uncle gave me.
Messer Francesco, I have done as requested and spoken with your son. I agree with your assessment, though only in part. Yes, Vieri is brash and prone to act without forethought. And he has a habit of treating the mercenari like playthings. I have received reports of at least 3 men being disfigured as a result. But I do not think him, as you put it, beyond repair. Rather, I believe the solution to be a simple matter. He seeks your approval, your attention. These outbursts of his are a result of insecurities born out of a sense of inadequacy. He speaks of you often and fondly, and expresses a desire to be closer to you. So, if he is loud and foul and angry, I believe it is simply because he wants to be noticed. He wants to be loved. Act as you see fit on the information I've given you here. But I must ask that we end this correspondence. Were it to discover the nature of our conversations, I fear what might become of me. Yours in confidence, Fra Giocondo.
This is another pretty cool part.
Look familiar?
Oh, they're codex pages.
Yes. Your father managed to find and translate a few before he...
Here.
This is not your father's work. Someone else has translated it.
Leonardo da Vinci, a friend.
Do you see the way the words cross from one page to the next?
There is something underneath it all. Some kind of map. Where is it supposed to lead?
Your father and I managed to make out bits of a prophecy scrawled across these pages. It was written by an assassin like us, who long ago held a piece of Eden. His name was Altair. He spoke of something powerful and ancient hidden beneath the land.
What is it?
What indeed? Solving that little mystery is exactly why we collected these pages.
Then let me help. Each time I take on my father's work. All of it. I start with the page I took from Vieri. Leonardo will decode it for us.
Bene. Return here when time permits, and we'll add it to the wall.
There are several of them that you have to find and add to the wall. Reach the viewpoint. I already did this, but we'll do it anyway. We'll humor the game. I just really dig how, like, it's so dilapidated right now, this entire area. And then as you, like, put work into it, it just becomes incredible looking. And looking at the, or doing that actually opened up the viewpoints so that we could actually see where the other codex pages are in the town, which is actually pretty awesome. There we go, here comes the other one. Gotta find 4 of them. Bring them to Leonardo to give us the hookup. So he could translate. Like I was saying before in the other video, it's amazing how they actually fit all kinds of like real life people into this game and the conspiracy of it all. That's part of the draw of the Assassin's Creed series. It's incredible how they fit all that kind of history into it. Like the Borgias, they were actual people. They actually existed. Everything that you see in these games about like the rumors and weird things that happen in that family and everything, it's all true. It all actually is like recorded and documented, you know? So it wasn't like they started making up these characters or, you know, their quirks and their nuances. These people actually existed this way. These people actually lived this way. And it's pretty amazing that they did such a good job translating exactly what was going on at the time or the time period that this game takes place. It's really incredible. I was like completely blown away when I started like looking into the history of it. Out of nowhere, like I got kind of interested in what was going on and who was who, and you know, that these people actually exist and everything, and there it is, they actually did. And again, if you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe. Like I said before, it helps the channel out a lot. I do videos like this all the time. I'm going to be uploading a bunch of Assassin's Creed videos. Just all the past games. We're going to go through all that. I'm going to put it in a playlist to make it like easier for everyone to find whatever game they want to find. It's just going to be pretty cool. And you know, I want you along for the ride. I want you to see everything that goes on. I do other videos as well. I have other games that like I play, and I usually research whatever glitches or secrets or anything like that that goes on. So I make a couple of fun videos as well. That, you know, conspiracy theory, what's going on, what's happening with, you know, certain characters in the games. So you might not want to miss that. Here we go, we got the codex pages. We're going right back up into the town. And this, I believe, is my favorite part, where we're going to start building everything. We're going to start beautifying this town. And in beautifying the town, every 20 minutes, you're going to see like a certain amount of cash come into your pockets. Not directly your pockets, but into this little thing here. And you have to come collect it.
Salute, Claudia.
Our uncle is un mostro. This is outrageous.
What's happened?
He's making me work. If father was here, I'd never be stuck behind a desk like this.
And what are the terms of this supposed enslavement?
Since someone decided we're going to stay here, Zio Mario suggested we try and find the money to repair the villa. Problem is, there isn't any.
I bet I can bring in some money.
Oh, great. More work for me. Well, benissimo. If you start paying for improvements to the town, I'll keep track of them in this book. And since I have nothing better to do, I'll also make note of any objects you bring in from the outside. If you actually get this place up and running, travelers might visit and spend money. Although I doubt anyone will want to come this far out of the city. But if they do, I'll keep the money we make in this chest. You're going to have to show up to take it to the bank yourself. Because when it gets full, I'm just going to take the extra cash for myself. Capito?
Deal.
And this is the value of the town right now, which it's not a lot. It got 1%. As you can see, I'll make 168 florins every 20 minutes, which, I mean, that's garbage. So we'll come over here and we'll start repairing the town.
Buongiorno. Is there something wrong?
Sir Mario hired me to deal with this mess, but I'm an architetto, not a miracle worker. Without money, I can't fix any of these buildings.
And if someone brought you money?
Then we'd be in business. You must be Ser Ezio. Am I right?
Uncle, I like this architetto.
He gets very observant when he can smell mud.
If you want to fix up this town, I'm going to need it. I have a price list here for new shops and renovations. Just bring me gold, make a choice, and I'll begin at once. If I build you a shop, you, as the landlord, can purchase goods there at lower rates. If you invest more money in the shop, you get an even greater discount. As for renovations, well, you'll be bringing the town and villa back to life. As Ser Mario tells me, that was very important to your great-great-grandfather. Plus, when you buy shops and renovations, you'll be increasing the number of people who visit, causing your income to increase. So, let's take a look, shall we?
Yeah, this is absolutely my favorite. So let me see, where do I want to begin? Let's see, we definitely need an art merchant. That way we've got the ability to buy maps and things like that. Here we go, let's start off with the bank. And the tailor. Okay, now, these other items, these are what's going to cost the most. So, let's see, let's put up the church. Brothel. actually have quite a bit of money here. I could do a lot of damage here. Thieves Guild. Oh, not enough money to... Oh. Alright, I'm going to have to get some more cash, but... Let's see, can I work with any of the other buildings? Nope. Looks like I'm going to need more cash to do all that. But this actually did greatly increase the value of the town, which is great.
Salute, Claudia.
You here to look at the book?
Alright, so 2,043 florins every 20 minutes. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. And you can only increase that by buying other things as well. I forget what the max was that you can get. But you could buy artwork every time you assassinate one of the enemies. They actually, they'll drop a painting or whatever that you could hang.
Ezio, my boy. I think it's time I showed you something.
And then, of course, there's also this. My favorite part of the entire castle.
This is the sanctuary. It was built by my great-grandfather to honor the memory of the Assassin Order and protect its secrets. Look around. These are the assassins who guarded the freedom of humanity when it was most threatened. And this is the armor of Altair. Little is known about Altair's life, but his armor is light and very strong. I give it to you, but I don't know how to retrieve it. My great-grandfather told me it would remain locked away until all its protectors were made whole. I heard rumors of crypts located throughout Italia, hidden tombs filled with treasure, where these six were moved centuries ago. Maybe they have something to do with it. In my younger days, I sought the six myself, with no success. Perhaps you will have better luck.
In order to achieve perfect synchronization with Ezio, you have to get that armor.
That's going to be no small task. You're going to have to go and travel throughout